Ilia Toria fires back at Charles Oliva once again, making it clear he's not backing down from a potential showdown. As reported yesterday, Charles Oliva has no interest in fighting Toria, believing he deserves the next title shot. Oliva has been vocal about his stance, arguing that he has earned the right to challenge for the championship rather than facing someone who is just moving up in weight. He also expressed frustration with the UFC, criticizing a system that rewards fighters with an instant title shot simply for changing divisions without proving themselves first. Toria, however, refuses to stay silent. During a media interview in Spain, a reporter asked if he would be willing to take a walk with Charles Oliva in Toledo after the recent comments about jumping the line for a title shot. Toria responded with confidence, saying, "Actually, yes, to give him a bit of culture and teach him something because it's obvious that kid hasn't even read a single page of a newspaper. Another question, please, because this isn't a good time to talk about someone like him." His bold response made it clear that he sees Oliva as lacking awareness both inside and outside the cage. But that's not the only major change happening for Ilia Toria ahead of his move to the lightweight division. He has announced that he will be changing his identity from El Matador to something new. For years, fans have known him by his fierce nickname, but today, he revealed a new name that will define the next chapter of his career. Ilia Toria will now go by La Leyenda, which means the legend. Ilia Toria made a powerful statement about his decision, saying, "I first believe it, then I see it. So the nickname that will accompany me in my next fight will be the legend." What do you think about this new nickname? Does it suit him? Let us know in the comments. The honors don't stop there for Ilia Toria. The City Council of Toledo, Spain, has announced that a street will be named after him as a tribute to his incredible success. This is a major recognition, cementing his legacy not just in MMA, but in his home country as well. Ilia reacted with deep gratitude, saying, "It fills me with emotion that I have been given this privilege in a city like Toledo, which has welcomed 3 cultures. Having a street here for me is an honor. It's for me and my whole family. I feel incredibly grateful because these days don't happen every day. I relate it to my emotions because I had to go through a long journey to reach this day." This is a huge moment for Toria, proving that his impact extends far beyond the octagon. Moving on to other news, Ariel Helwani has shared his thoughts on the future of the welterweight division, especially after Sean Brady's dominant submission win over former champion Leon Edwards. This was a shocking result, as Rocky had never been finished before, making Brady's victory even more impressive. Now the big question is whether a rematch between Brady and current champion Belal Muhammad is inevitable. Since their first fight, Brady has bounced back in a big way, putting together an impressive 3-fight winning streak. His latest performance proved that he is a legitimate threat in the division. Helwani even made a bold comparison to the great Georges St-Pierre, reminding everyone that GSP lost his first title shot against Matt Hughes only to come back stronger, win the rematch, and eventually claim the belt. Could Sean Brady be on a similar path? That remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The welterweight division is stacked like never before with dangerous contenders like Shavkat Rakhmonov, Joaquin Buckley, and Carlos Prez all in the mix. Brady's path to the title might not be as straightforward as he hopes. Even if he gets the rematch with Belal, there's no guarantee he walks away with the belt. So who do you think will come out on top in the highly anticipated title fight between Belal Muhammad and Jack Della? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Now let's talk about Sean Brady as a fighter. This guy is a different kind of wrestler. Like he mentioned in his post-fight interview, he was walking around at 195 to 198 lbs on fight night. That's massive for a welterweight. He may be short, but he's built like a tank. He is pure American twisted steel. And let me tell you, I would sign up right now for Sean Brady versus Belal Muhammad too. That's a fantastic fight, And I know there's this fun narrative out there that I don't give Bilal his flowers, but let's be real. Bilal was the guy who was getting screwed for years. He deserved to be a title contender way before they finally gave him the title shot, and when he got the opportunity, he delivered. He won that fight fair and square. As for the whole debate about the time difference in July, listen, I had my questions and I own up to that, but looking at it now, that performance from Leon just ages worse, and for Bilal, it ages way better. And now the big question, if they make Sean Brady versus Shavkat a number one contender fight, what happens next? Do you book Leon Edwards versus Ian Gary? Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington? What's the next big move in this stacked welterweight division? Moving on to other news, Aspinall accuses Jon Jones of manipulating the media. The mind games. The battle between Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones has officially begun, and things are starting to heat up. On Monday, Aspinall gave fans a promising update on the ongoing Jon Jones fight negotiations, and for the first time he appeared more confident than ever about the possibility of finally stepping into the octagon against Bones later this year. But Aspinall didn't stop there. During a recent appearance on the Impulsive podcast, he took things a step further by openly accusing Jones of being scared to fight him. Yes, you heard that right. Tom believes that Jones is conning the public and actively manipulating the media to control the narrative around his fights. When asked directly if Jon Jones is scared to fight him, Aspinall didn't hesitate. Yes, absolutely, he fired back without a second thought. Tom went even deeper, saying, I mean, the thing with Jon is he's conning the public, man. This was met with a shocked reaction from Logan Paul, who immediately jumped in, mentioning that Jones is one of his favorite fighters. Yeah, oh, is he really? Aspinall responded with a smirk. Listen, I mean, he's definitely top 3. He's definitely top 3, absolutely. But despite acknowledging Jones's greatness, Aspinall wasn't backing down from his claims. He made it clear that while Jones is undeniably one of the best fighters of all time, there's also another side to him, one that is very strategic when it comes to picking fights. I'm not disputing that he's an amazing fighter, but I think the fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year, just shows the way he manipulates the media and the public. It's super smart. Now, Aspinall did admit that Jones is playing the game well. He didn't deny that Jones's approach is tactical, but he still believes it's coming from a place of fear. I'm not taking anything away from him, but do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely. His career? Yes. It's a bold claim, but one that is sure to add more fuel to the fire as fans continue to debate whether Jon Jones is truly avoiding Aspinall or simply being calculated in his career moves. But what do you think? Is Jones dodging this fight, or is he just being smart with his choices? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to other news, Michael Bisping wants Leon Edwards to fight Ian Gary next. Bisping has suggested that Ian Gary would be the perfect opponent for Leon Edwards' return fight after UFC London. Following his one-sided loss to Sean Brady, Edwards now finds himself at a crucial crossroads in his career. Bisping, a former UFC champion and analyst, believes that Edwards should take some time for personal growth and reflection before making his comeback. However, when he does return, Bisping is convinced that the best move for him would be to face a fellow striker in an exciting matchup that could put him right back in title contention. Taking to Twitter, Bisping made it clear that he sees Ian Gary as the ideal choice for Edwards' next fight. One of the reasons for this? Their history. Both fighters were once teammates training under the same roof before ultimately splitting paths. This adds an extra layer of drama and intrigue to the potential showdown. For Edwards, a fight with Gary could be an opportunity to rebuild his momentum after suffering such a devastating defeat at the hands of Sean Brady. Before that fight, many viewed Edwards as one of the most well-rounded fighters in the division, but his loss exposed some serious gaps in his wrestling defense. Facing Gary, a striker rather than a wrestler, might give him the chance to put on a show and remind everyone why he was once the champion. On the other side, this fight could be a huge opportunity for Ian Gary as well. Despite suffering his first career loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov, he remains one of the most promising talents in the division. At UFC 310, Gary put up a solid performance, going 5 full rounds against one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. Many fans and analysts still believe he has the potential to be a future champion, and a win over Edwards would prove that he belongs among the elite. Bisping's idea makes a lot of sense. Edwards needs to prove he can bounce back from a loss, while Gary needs a big-name win to solidify himself as a top contender. The stylistic matchup is perfect. 2 high-level strikers going head-to-head in a fight that would be guaranteed to deliver fireworks. But what do you think? Should Leon Edwards take on Ian Gary in his return fight, or should he be looking for a different opponent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, Khamzat Chimaev gets into a street fight and absolutely loses it. His older brother recently made an appearance on the Russian MMA channel MMA Brotherhood and dropped a bombshell story about Khamzat. According to his brother, the UFC star found himself in an intense street altercation that escalated quickly and took a dramatic turn. It all started when Khamzat got into a heated confrontation with 2 men. Initially, the situation seemed like a standard argument, but things took a turn for the worse when one of the men suddenly grabbed Khamzat while the other started attacking him. At first, Chimaev seemed to be holding back, possibly trying to de-escalate the situation, but then, as his brother put it, Khamzat hit his breaking point, and that's when everything changed. In a shocking and unexpected turn of events, Khamzat Chimaev allegedly pulled out a knife and completely lost control during a heated street fight. While the exact details remain unclear, his older brother, who revealed the incident, suggested that the situation became extremely dangerous once Khamzat hit his breaking point. Though his brother didn't confirm whether Chimaev actually used the weapon, the tension in the moment was undeniable.